I am Carl Gustav Jung, a seeker of the mysteries of the human mind and soul. Throughout my life, I delved into the depths of the unconscious, exploring the language of dreams, the power of archetypes, and the transformative journey of individuation. But beyond my theories lies a treasure trove of wisdom, my own words, distilled from a lifetime of exploration. These words have the power to illuminate the inner world, to reveal the secrets of the psyche, and to guide you on your own journey of self-discovery. Now, join me as we explore the profound quotes that hold the keys to understanding the human soul. Knowledge rests not upon truth alone, but upon error also. Great talents are the most lovely and often the most dangerous fruits on the tree of humanity. They hang upon the most slender twigs that are easily snapped off. We should know what our convictions are and stand for them. Upon one's own philosophy, conscious or unconscious, depends one's ultimate interpretation of facts. Therefore, it is wise to be as clear as possible about one's subjective principles. As the man is, so will be his ultimate truth. Protection and security are only valuable if they do not cramp life excessively. Neurosis is always a substitute for legitimate suffering. The greatest and most important problems of life are all, in a certain sense, insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. Seldom, or perhaps never, does a marriage develop into an individual relationship smoothly and without crises. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. So they speak soothingly about progress and the greatest possible happiness, forgetting that happiness is itself poisoned if the measure of suffering has not been fulfilled. The only thing we have to fear on this planet is man. The primary cause of unhappiness in the world today is lack of faith. The psychotherapist learns little or nothing from his successes. They mainly confirm him in his mistakes, while his failures, on the other hand, are priceless experiences in that they not only open up the way to a deeper truth, but force him to change his views and methods. One looks back with appreciation to the brilliant teachers, but with gratitude to those who touched our human feelings. The curriculum is so much necessary raw material, but warmth is a vital element for the growing plant, and for the growing plant, and for the soul of the child. Nothing has a stronger influence psychologically on their environment, and especially on their children, than the unlived lives of the parents. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. We cannot change anything unless we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. We cannot change anything unless we accept it. The greatest and most important problems in life are all, in a certain sense, insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. Wholeness is not achieved by cutting off a portion of one's being, but by integration of the contraries. Nature does not deceive or conceal, but reveals. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks inside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. The word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. Dealing with the unconscious has become a question of life for us. Our heart glows, and secret unrest gnaws at the root of our being. Emotion is the chief source of all becoming conscious. There can be no transformation of darkness into light without emotion. A collection of 100 great brains makes one big fat head. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Healing comes only from that which leads the patient beyond himself and beyond his entanglements with ego. Warmth is the vital element for the growing plant and for the soul of the child. Every true and deep love is a sacrifice. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. The answer to human life is not to be found within the limits of human life. No psychic value can disappear without being replaced by another of equivalent intensity. Everything psychic is pregnant with the future. The psychic depths are nature, and nature is creative life. Every psychic advance of man arises from the suffering of the soul. What usually has the strongest psychic effect on the child is the life which the parents have not lived. We are a psychic process which we do not control or only partly direct. Consequently, we cannot have any final judgment about ourselves or our lives. I don't aspire to be a good man. I aspire to be a whole man. Dreams are the guiding words of the soul. Why should I henceforth not love my dreams and not make their riddling images into objects of my daily consideration? Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. It is far better to take things as they come along with patience and equanimity. The difference between a good life and a bad life is how well you walk through the fire. Resistance to the organized mass can be effected only by the man who is as well organized in his individuality as the mass itself. Science has destroyed even the refuge of the inner life. What was once a sheltering haven has become a place of terror. We are born at a given moment, in a given place, and, like vintage years of wine, we have the qualities of the year and of the season of which we are born. Astrology does not lay claim to anything more. The unexpected and the incredible belong in this world. Only then is life whole. Commendation heals. Condemnation destroys. Show me a sane man, and I will cure him for you. Ultimate truth, if there be such a thing, demands the concert of many voices. Dawn is born at midnight. Normality is a fine ideal for those who have no imagination. Everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. To confront a person with his shadow is to show him his own light. Those who look outside dream. Those who look inside awaken. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. The debt we owe to the play of imagination is incalculable. Enchantment is the oldest form of medicine. The creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct acting from inner necessity. The creative mind plays with the objects it loves. A human being would certainly not grow to be 70 or 80 years old if this longevity had no meaning for the species. The afternoon of human life must also have a significance of its own and cannot be merely a pitiful appendage to life's morning. To confront a person with their own shadow is to show them their own light. A scream is always just a noise and not music. The capacity for inner dialogue is a touchstone for outer objectivity. Gnosticism was stamped out completely, and its remnants are so badly mangled that special study.
We're grateful for your presence. Stay connected by subscribing for more.